Are you looking for the best Nintendo Switch controllers? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best Nintendo Switch controllers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Nintendo Switch Pro Controller. When it comes to a Pro-style controller, you want two things, feel and performance. Nintendo's Switch Pro controller delivers both. Extremely well fitted to most adult hands, the Pro controller has just the right weight, comfortable and responsive buttons and sticks, and plenty of bells and whistles. Want to use motion controls like you could with the Joycons? Check. Want to scan the chips in your amiibo figures, unlocking bonuses in some of your games? Check. Want the buzzes and BZZTS that come from rumble feedback? Check. The battery life on the Pro controller is impressive, too, outperforming both the PS4's DualShock 4 and the Xbox One's wireless controller. The only drawback of the Pro controller is that, as a first-party Nintendo product, it rarely goes on sale. If you want one, and I think you do want one, you're most likely going to have to plunk down $60. While that's more than most other Nintendo Switch controllers, it's worth every penny. Every feature you want in an ergonomic form factor with the reliability and performance that can only be guaranteed by a first-party product, Nintendo's premium wireless controller gets everything right, from the weight to the springiness of the shoulder buttons. A joy to use. Wireless. Motion controls. Rumble compatibility. Amiibo reader. Internal battery charges with USB-C to USB-A cable included. Number 2. PowerA Wireless GameCube Style Controller. The top-level Super Smash Bros. Ultimate players largely prefer a GameCube-style controller to even the Pro controller because of the button layout and or having learned to play the game in the Super Smash Bros. Melee era. If you have a similar feeling, there are a lot of Nintendo Switch controllers on the market but none quite capture that GameCube feel like PowerA's wireless GameCube-style controller. All the classic color palettes from the turn of the millennium are available, starting with classic Pac-In Purple and going all the way to Wavebird Gray. Everything about this controller feels right, except the directional pad, which actually feels better thanks to being made larger and more tactile. A drawback of this particular controller is that it's powered not by an internal lithium-ion battery, but by AA batteries. This can lead to some expenses over time and an annoying need to keep fresh batteries on hand, though you can get your own rechargeable AA batteries, but for those who truly want to smash, it's 100% worth it. Wireless. Motion controls. Powered via 2 AA batteries, included. GameCube form factor with slightly larger directional pad. Number 3, 8-bit-do arcade stick for Switch. If you're into retro gaming or 2D fighting games, you probably understand the value of a good arcade stick. Dropping the 2 analog sticks for a single joystick, the 8-bit-do arcade stick offers that nostalgic cabinet feel with a nice, clicky, responsive gumball stick and springy, clicky buttons that are fully programmable. The arcade stick is a unique tool that is only appropriate for certain games. For example, trying to play The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild with this controller simply wouldn't work, given the lack of a second stick. However, if you want to bust out some Street Fighter 30th Anniversary, Mortal Kombat 11, or Dragon Ball FighterZ with full control over your champion of choice, there really is no choice in the matter. As shown by their adoption in high-level fighting game tournaments like EVO, arcade sticks are simply the superior option when it comes to non-Smash Bros. Fighting games. Your old-school arcade beat 'em UPS, shoot 'em UPS, and score 'em UPS will feel more like the originals, too. The arcade stick is one of the more expensive controllers we're profiling, with a base price of $90, but that's actually really good among arcade sticks across all platforms, with tournament-quality sticks sometimes reaching $200 to $250. Assuming your library has enough games to benefit from the arcade. Wireless or wired. Mappable buttons. PC compatibility. Internal battery charges with USB-C. Number 4. Hori Nintendo Switch SplitPad Pro Red Ergonomic Controller. All of the Nintendo Switch controllers before now have been separate models that are designed with television play in mind. Hori offers a slightly different improvement in their handheld mode Joycon replacement, the SplitPad Pro. The SplitPad Pro tries to bring the separate controller experience to the handheld Switch but expanding the size and depth of the unit, offering a rounded grip, sizing up all the buttons and analog sticks, and offering a true direction pad in place of the button pad of the Joy-Con. Despite the size increase, I personally didn't find the added weight off-putting, though children and adults with smaller hands might feel as if the Switch has become unwieldy initially with the SplitPad Pro. You can still slide the Switch screen into the dock when the SplitPad Pro is connected. There's enough clearance from the grips that it shouldn't prevent a connection. There are two additional buttons within the crook of the SplitPad Pro's left and right grip that are programmable, allowing you to actually add new functionality over a Joy-Con. Action and adventure games like Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, or Mario Odyssey benefit greatly from the SplitPad Pro, but keep in mind that a modicum of functionality is lost, such as motion controls, rumble, NFC, and IR. Replaces the Joy-Cons. Larger grip, buttons, triggers, analog sticks, and directional pad than Joy-Cons. Assignable rear triggers. Turbo functionality. Must be connected to Switch screen to function, does not work as a separated controller, and not compatible with Switch Lite. Number 5. Nintendo Joy-Con Wheel. First things first, do not buy the Nintendo Joy-Con wheel if you answer no to these questions. Do you own, or plan to own, Mario Kart Deluxe 8? Do you use motion controls when playing Mario Kart Deluxe 8? If you're still with me, you should buy the Nintendo Joy-Con wheel. Motion controls with the tiny, single Joy-Con are incredibly frustrating when karting, and simply by slicking a Joy-Con into one of these plastic wheels, you get a stronger sense of how much tilts is the right amount of tilt to get your turns going. Do these plastic frames have any other use? Absolutely not. But they do exactly what they need to for their single use, and, because they're made by Nintendo, the plastic is high quality and the fit for the Joy-Con is perfect. It's just a plastic frame for a Joy-Con that resembles a steering wheel. And yet, for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that's enough. Plastic cradle for the Joy-Con. Resembles a steering wheel. 2-in-1 package.